Hello farmers, thank you for joining me here today. My name is Tionge Kacheche. So today we are doing a farm visit as Agricoop Awards and as Agricoop newspaper. Today we are at Mr. Emmanuel Ndlovu, a winner of the 2022 Innovative Mixed Vegetable Farmer of the Year Award. So we're at his farm, as you will be able to see as we go on through the process. You'll be able to see what he's into and what he's all about. So to start with, could you just tell us a brief background and introduction? Just tell us a bit about yourself and your journey into farming.
Well, I began farming when I was a kid. I grew up on a farm. It's something that is inborn from our parents. I seriously started farming when I was in my high school, that was in grade 10. It actually pushed me through my secondary, not until I got to university. Farming is what was paying my fees. You know, I decided to venture into farming seriously as a business in my secondary school, and it is actually what pushed me to school.
Yeah. So I believe this could be an encouragement to the youths out there who think farming is just for the old. They can take farming just up as a business. So could you just tell us about what crops or livestock do you specialize in?
I specialize in, at the moment, 3 crops. I'm doing tomato, I'm doing cabbage, and I'm also doing maize. I usually do onion as well, but currently we are specializing in 3 crops. And from the 3 crops, I think tomato is one of the crops that we usually do on a large scale, because of the returns that we do get from it. So we've capitalized on that. Yeah.
Okay, I would like to know, I'm very interested to know how your daily routine is at the farm. Can you just explain to our viewers out there how your daily routine, when you wake up, what do you do? How is it?
Just like any other farmer, you know, we get to wake up very early in the morning, as early as 5. You know, the heart is always at the farm, in the field actually. So we get up very early in the morning at 5 just to go through the fields to inspect, because as a farmer, you need to always be on point in terms of, getting to observe any insect infestation, any fungal diseases with the crops. And as early as 5, when we get into the field, you are able to tell if really there is a problem. Then you can come up with mechanisms and, a spraying program or what you can do at that particular day. So that's basically what we do.
Okay, interesting. So I would like you to just point out some few pointers on maybe your daily habits that have led to the success of your farm. Because maybe our viewers out there would be watching, could be encouraged, or maybe they could also try to employ your daily habits that have led to the success of your farm.
Well, I think hard work really pays. You need to be focused in what you do. I've learned that, persistence as well. Farming is not really an easy thing. It's not, if you take it up as a business and not the ordinary way of farming where you just, farm for home consumption. But if you take it up as a business, you need to apply hard work. You need to be focused. You need to ensure that everything that you do is always in line with what you are trying to achieve. So as a farmer, we always try by all means to ensure that we make farming viable. We make farming sustainable, not just for our livelihoods, but even for the generation to come. So we make sure that whenever we get into the fields, what we see in the field is always something that will motivate you, something that will ensure that even at the end of the day, you're able to see that what I'm doing is not just beneficial to me or to my family, but also to the community out there.
Yeah. And how do you see your farm evolving over the years? How have you seen your farm evolve over the years?
Well, currently it's just crop production, but of course we are looking into diversification. We want to incorporate livestock production, animal production, as well as aquaculture. we want to incorporate this to also see how they can get to benefit from one another. As a farm, if you have all this in place, there's that integrated kind of system where even the animal droppings are used as manure for the crops. The crops, if you're doing maize, you get to use the maize to produce the feed for the animals. So if it's an integrated system, I think it does really help.
Okay, interesting. So as a farmer over the years and right now, what do you think are the challenges that you're facing?
Over the years, I think the biggest challenge has been the high cost of production. And I think that's a challenge for each and every other farmer out there. Cost of inputs are quite high. Cost of irrigation equipment, cost of fertilizers, cost of chemicals. So it is very difficult to come up with a very good crop if you necessarily don't have the resources to manage that crop. So the cost of production has been on a higher side, and not just that. I think the climatic, of course, weather conditions, they've also been a challenge. Sometimes it gets too hot, and you tend to irrigate more, and that entails that you need to pay more on electricity bills. You need to make yourself in a position that you're able to solve these problems.
Okay. So as regards to the challenges, what strategies are you putting in place to curb these challenges? To just at least curb these challenges?
I think with this high cost of production, I think it's a role that the government has to play, because if only they could also be deliberate about ensuring that the drip irrigation kits are imported even on a tax-free a kind of arrangement where farmers can access these irrigation kits. I think that would be of help. Yeah.
Interesting. So what would you say has been the most rewarding about farming in your farming journey?
Coming up with a good crop, of course, is very rewarding. Quality does really pay off. If you really produce good quality, you can't go wrong. They say a good quality crop sells for itself. So from that, I think it's overwhelming when you get to see that you have a good crop. You don't even get to panic because you know that there's already market available for it. Yeah. The market also is something that is very important. I think I personally have been focusing on, the open market, which is Soweto market. And the way business is run there, it's based on quality. Yeah, the crop that is of good quality fetches the highest price. So I think if only there could be other sources of market, because we need more market available for these crops, to ensure that even if we begin to add value to these products, then they can not only be competitive on the local markets, but also on the international market. We can get to sell international. I think that would also help. Yeah.
Interesting. So have you adopted any innovative farming practices or technologies that have improved your yields or reduced environmental impact in your farm?
Currently, I think the irrigation system, we've improved our irrigation system. We are using the drip irrigation, which is quite efficient. There's not much wastage of water. Water only gets to the plant the required amount of water for that plant. So I think we've invested in the drip, as well as the spraying mechanisms. We've invested in motorized sprayers that do a very good job. They're quite efficient. I think those are the innovative measures we've taken.
So in this community, are you working with any farmers or you're just working on your own?
Currently, we are working on our own as eChemi Greens,
Yes.
but we do share the knowledge to other farmers out there. Other farmers do come and visit just to also get to learn from what we are doing as eChemi Greens here.
Thank you for joining me here today. So farmers, today I'm with Ruth Ndlovu. She's also a farmer, and also I know that you're also a lawyer. Interesting. So she's also part of Mr. Ndlovu, who won the Agricoop Awards 2022 Mixed Vegetable Farmer of the Year Award. So can you just tell us a bit of how that has been for you? And I know that you are the one that actually put in the nomination. Actually, you are the reason why he received the 2 awards. So how has that been for you?
So as we always say, perhaps behind every successful man, there's also a stronger lady.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, I think receiving that award, it was our first time attempt because we aren't really social media farmers or posting all the time. It has really encouraged us through the journey. And more especially, I think this was something significant that I thought will help boost his confidence to be able to appreciate what he's doing at such a young age. To only be 30 and having us done this from the year 2010 is quite a big thing, because we're now past the 10-year mark of doing farming.
Wow.
But having won the Agricoop Awards and just being nominated and now being part of the Agricoop family has helped us realize the need of why we need to encourage more young people, more women, more men to get into farming. I think a lot of us have shunned away from the typical traditional way of thinking about farming, and we move to the urban areas. But this is an opportunity where we can begin to, revitalize the rural areas to boost the confidence of young people already doing great things within the rural parts of Zambia. And perhaps we'll then see that there's improved economic productivity. We're adding back to our economy, but most importantly, showing the need to ensure that people must be fed. There must be food security in our country. So really, it's been a great honor. And we're very happy to have Agricoop come and visit us post a year. I'm sure the next time that hopefully it will be other people that will be nominating us. We're going to see bigger and better things in terms of innovation on the farm. I'm very sure that by the next time you're coming, it's not here, but a bigger farm. And we continue to encourage you guys and be grateful for the work that you're doing.
You mentioned about encouraging the youths, encouraging the women out there. What would be your encouragement to the women out there to take up farming as a business? Also, the youths that think farming is a dirty job, that think farming is just for the retired or for the old people. What would you be your advice to them?
So my simple advice to everyone has always been that let's begin to see farming not only as a means of subsistence, but to see it as a means of prosperity, of success, and most importantly, a rewarding, honest economic venture that a lot of people can take. Farming shouldn't be about you only having, if it's 10 hectares, 5 hectares, even in that backyard garden. You'll be surprised that if you're consistent with your quality, you're able to even feed the neighbors that are nearby. So I really encourage more people, and I always encourage and emphasize on value addition. We've seen a lot of people getting into the primary production of farming, but let's have more young people, more women being productive about how to package our raw materials, how to ensure that we're doing enough market linkages to boost our trade as a country in a very centered, and I believe God centered us in this area for a particular reason, because we reach out to many regions and have economic hubs.
Okay, interesting. So for viewers out there that are watching, I would like to ask you these questions. What are the habits that you have employed as a farmer so that you see the success of this farm?
I think two key words come in terms of not only hard work, but consistency. Consistency is very key. Consistency is very vital in whatever you're doing. Consistency when you fail, consistency when the tomato prices are 30 kwacha, consistency to when you're able to sell tomato at 300 kwacha for a book. It is all about ensuring that on this entrepreneurship journey of farming, you're able to be resilient to overcome the challenges. Challenges will come. Farming is not an easy task or job, in as much as they call it a dirty job. But it builds your character even for more things to come.
Okay. Thank you so much. This has been an exciting journey for us. We have learned so much. And thank you for having us today.